It's been 10 months since doing my first video on Maya Funds. These last 10 months have given us the opportunity to see what Maya Funds is all about. Is it able to perform? And more importantly, is it a better product versus its competitor, GInvest from GCash? How are my investments via Maya Funds doing? Stick around and let's find out. Let's go! But before anything, if you are new to this channel, hi, I'm Mark. It's nice to meet you. In this channel, I talk a little bit about lifestyle, but I mostly talk about business and investments. Again, in my video last year, when Maya Funds first launched, we were a little skeptical if Maya Funds is able to offer something different, something special, something more investment-worthy versus GFunds by GCash. Impressively, Maya Funds launched with 13 new funds, and while I criticize that most of these funds can anyway be found under GFunds, there were two investment fund standouts that were not available via GCash, and these are the funds that I've invested in. These two investment funds that are unique to Maya would be the ATRAM Global Allocation Feeder Fund, and number two would be the ATRAM Global Financials Feeder Fund. Now, I won't go into a deep dive of these funds. If you want to know more specific details on them, you can check out the first Maya Funds video down below. So let's get to it. Let me get my phone. Let's open up Maya and go to Maya Funds. So from my funds page, you see here my portfolio. And before getting into the actual performance of the funds, what I'd like to point out, which I really like about Maya Funds, is that they are able to display your investment cost versus its market value, and you are able to see if your investments are in the red or if they are giving you good returns. So I mentioned this in my previous GFunds video. With GCash, it's just really hard to see how much you've invested. So you're kind of in the blind, not really knowing how much you've invested, especially if you're investing a little bit here and there, a little at a time. And that's what I like to do because I like to spread out my average cost over a long period of time. So with GFunds, you're not able to see how much your initial investment is, and ultimately, you're not able to compute how much are your returns. So I applaud Maya Funds for this. GCash, I'm sure it's a little tweak. You can also do that for the benefit of all of us investors. Anyway, let's go into the actual fund's performance. So with the ATRAM Global Allocation Feeder Fund, I invested 1,000 pesos. And in the 10 months since investing, its current market value is 1,138 pesos and 10 centavos. So this is a return of just under 14%. Not bad. Let's move on to the second fund, which is the ATRAM Global Financials Feeder Fund. Again, having invested an initial value of 1,000 pesos, its current market value is 1,271 pesos and 9 centavos. So for the second fund, this is a return of over 27%. So this is actually very good. So in total, after investing 2,000 pesos, the current market value of both investments are at 2,409 pesos and 19 centavos. This is a return of 20%. But let's step back a little. Let's see how these two funds actually compare with the other ATRAM and ALFM funds that are available by Maya Funds. You were actually able to see the year-to-date performance of all funds. What we see here is that the ATRAM Global Financials Feeder Fund is currently the top-performing fund in Maya. So this is at 36%. The second best performing fund is the ATRAM Global Technology Feeder Fund at 35.74%. Definitely not too far off, but in terms of when I shot this video in the first week of July, the best performing fund year to date out of all the Maya funds is the ATRAM Global Financials Feeder Fund. And again, this is not available via GFunds, GCash. So with these two advantages that are working out for Maya funds, I would say that it's worthwhile investing your money. Again, it's very cosmetic, but the ability to display your total investment and versus its current value, I think it's an absolute necessity. I mean, I didn't put a lot of my money at the start because I thought it would be similar to GCash wherein I couldn't properly track the money that I invested. But seeing this, nearly 1 year later, I am encouraged to invest more via Maya Funds. Number two would be the Global Financials Feeder Fund. Again, at the moment of this video, it is the best performing one year to date. So definitely, Maya Funds is worthwhile. But I wanted to add a little bonus here. Before Maya Funds even launched, I've actually been invested in the ATRAM Global Financials Feeder Fund for over 2 years now via ATRAM's own website and platform, which is Seedbox Philippines. My cost of investment is at 5,130 pesos and 12 centavos. Its current market value is at 6,898 pesos and 86 centavos. So these are returns of over 35%. One of the advantages of investing via Seedbox directly would be the choice to invest via Metro Bank, BDO, or BPI. And when you invest in these, you actually save on the cash-in fees that GCash or Maya charges you. So for Maya, I tried to look into it if there are ways to save on costs and eliminate the cash-in. I couldn't find it, so it's always at 5 pesos. If there's a way to do it, please let me know. Maybe I just haven't been using Maya as much. With GCash, when you use other mobile banking apps, if you use PesoNet, you actually get to save on the GCash cash-in fees. So maybe that's a separate discussion altogether. But anyway, if you wanted to save on some cash-in fees, you can invest via Seedbox directly. The downside of using the Seedbox platform directly is that it's a little manual in terms of reconciling and trying to credit your investment. I mean, here is the set of instructions. So you'd have to follow this very closely. I also discussed this in a video, I think 3 years ago. So the process for Seedbox, unfortunately, remains the same. You need to be able to indicate the right reference number, so on and so forth. So you do get to save on some fees, but I don't know if it's worth the hassle. Again, the hassle, the added costs, the time that you put into it, the risk will always be an assessment that only you can judge for yourself. So again, that's Gfunds, Maya Funds, and Seedbox as your different investment platforms that you can also look into. One more good thing about Maya Funds is that they seem to be launching a new set of funds. I mean, when you click on Maya Funds, you are actually now brought to two different choices. The first would be Seedbox Philippines, which we already know. And the second would be Investa Funds. So it looks like Maya Funds is really upping their game, really giving Gfunds a run for their money. As to when this will launch, I don't know just yet, but I'll make sure to keep you guys posted on that. Gfunds hasn't really launched anything in the last year. So with Maya Funds being more aggressive, launching new funds, I'm looking forward to this. So what do you think? Is Maya Funds worthwhile for you as well? Would you rather just keep your money in Gfunds? Let me know in the comment section. If you've liked this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thanks again for watching, guys, and happy investing. I'm dedicating this video to the memory of one of my most beloved, big supporters of this channel, my nephew, Kyle Sigawat. Kyle bravely battled kidney disease in the last 5 years. So Kyle, thank you for always supporting my channel. You always believed in me with whatever I did. I know you're out there still watching my videos, still supporting my channel. So thank you again for everything, and I love you, Kyle.